Welcome to Airplay Escape. Unlock the full audiobook experience and exclusive perks by joining our Patreon community. Dive deeper into the stories you love. Just click the link in the description below, and thank you for supporting this journey. Hokage, Naruto's Dark Side Unleashed by Blackened Personality, Episode 1. Ding! Congratulations to the host to go through success. The Sons of the Plane are looking for the house to win the house. Warn. The host's soul is too low, and it fails. System-assisted intervention. Successful intervention. The host successfully seized the negative personality of being suppressed. Test the situation of the host. System adaptation and transformation. A gray darkness. Fengxu was awakened by this cold mechanical voice. What's wrong with me? Looking at the darkness around, the wind is full of confusion. Didn't you just squat on the toilet and write the latest movie review of Naruto? Why do you sway God's kung fu? Just appeared in this dark place? And the cross that the mechanical voice just said. Thinking of this, the spirit of Fengxu is vibrating. Cross? I also grabbed a negative personality. There is also the mechanical voice just now. Is it a system standard for the cross? With incredible, Fengxu quickly climbed up and looked at the surrounding environment. It's just a darkness that can't be seen. Fengxu couldn't see where he passed by at all. Just as he was ready to ask the mechanical sound of the suspected system, suddenly it was born in his mind. Just like a steel needle stirred in his mind. Immediately after, countless mixed memory pictures flashed quickly. My orphans with no father and mother, equipped and isolated by the villagers, facing many disgust and hate eyes every day. It was also called monsters, and the evil language facing each other. I often have a hungry stomach to eat enough food, and I can only dig wild vegetables to fish. The flashes of the memory picture of this scene make the wind and the body, just as these experiences are his own experience. For a while, all kinds of negative emotions rushed into my heart, make his face embarrassed and crazy. It was not until a while that it gradually calmed down and returned to calm. I didn't expect me to cross the world of Naruto, also relying on the system to give up Naruto's blackened personality. The previous mechanical voice added more memory. As a passion, the style of the crosses instantly figured out his current situation. He became a dark personality in Naruto's consciousness. It was suppressed by Ashwalakla to extremely weak. It's just a blackened personality that has no thinking. It is for this reason that the weakness of the soul is successful. According to the development history of the plot of Naruto, there are also few times that this blackened man has appeared because of Naruto's runaway. Each appearance is fighting and destroying it like a beast. There is no thinking and IQ of normal people at all. There is no idea of occupying the body to become the master. It was only dominated by extreme negative emotions, coupled with the positive and optimistic positive personality, and the double suppression of Ashura chakra. The final result is naturally the deepest part of the consciousness. There is no chance to come out at all, but it's different now. The non-thoughtful black personality is gone. Some are just a soul from the 21st century. And with a system, since Naruto has lost these negative emotions to me as a blackened personality, then I can take you the life of your rotten man is also very reasonable. Fengxu's face with a smile on his face, but the eyes are full of shocking chills. He was not a Naruto who was brainwashed by 3 generations and was influenced by Ashwal chakra. After experiencing Naruto's suffocating life since childhood, he felt deeply disliked and disappointed with Naruto's humble thought of pleading everyone. How can you report to Germany with virtue? The world kiss me with sadness, I will take back to pain. Let them resist all. Therefore, Naruto's distorted positive personality is not worthy of the master personality. P.S. It's all in the novel, just look at it in real life. You still have to be true and beautiful, establish the correct values. It seems to feel the storm in the heart of Fengxu. The mechanical sound sounded soon. System adaptation is complete. The blackened personality system is successfully opened. Captain, Fengxu. Black value, 0. Master personality dependence / trust value, 0%. Master ninjutsu, 3 body technique of color temptation and not getting started. System description. This system aims to help the host become stronger, and help the host to occupy the body to become the master personality. Blackized personality system? It's very appropriate to my current situation. Looking at the panel that appears accompanied by the sound of the sound, Fengxu was not too surprised. Instead, he looked at the 2 values behind. Black value? Master personality dependence / trust value? System, what are these values? After hearing the inquiries of Fengxu, the mechanical sound of the system sounded again. The blackening value is the fierce emotional of the master's personality. The greater the emotional fluctuation of the master's personality, the more blackened the value is obtained. Different amounts of blackening value can be used to unlock to learn different difficulty. Master dependence / trust value is the general degree of dependence and trust of the owner. The higher the degree, the lighter the consciousness of the host is, and the stronger the body's mastery. Note, after reaching 10%, the host does not need a significant fluctuations in the mood of the owner, and you can talk to the master's personality at any time. 20% can hear the outside voice in the conscious space, and 30% can see the external screen. 50% can actively switch personality, but it will be reduced by the resistance of the master personality. 80% of hosts will become the master personality, and the master personality will turn into a deputy personality. 100% host will become the only personality, and the personality will completely disappear. Note, the host can master all the ability of the master's personality without dependence. The host's ability can't help but be agreed by the host and will not be shared by other personality. The explanation of the system corresponds to the main purpose of the previous. Fengxu also understands the meaning of these two values. One is to become stronger, and the other is to help him become the master. As for the final annotation, Fengxu can only say one sentence. System no beep. The praise system also replied to use mechanical sound. Everything is for the host service. Just when the wind is still ready to ask what. A negative mood like a tide suddenly swarmed. Let the wind give up endless anger and killing. At the same time, the dark value on the system panel quickly jumped. Black value plus 10. Black value plus 5. Black value plus 20. Just when the blackened value jumped to 120, the negative emotions that swept the wind and soul finally dispersed. Fengxu also panted slightly, frowned, and meditated. Is it just Naruto's first runaway and use multiple shadow avatars to hit Mizuki? No, since this is the case, there should be one more shadow avatar on the ability panel. I didn't wait for the wind deficiency to think. The dark environment around it began to brighten rapidly. It seems to float from the dark deep sea, until the wind appeared in front of Fengxu, a lonely figure sitting in Chiu Qian's head. That's Naruto. Episode 2. Outside of Koba Ninja School, holding Naruto with his head, sitting on the Chiu Qian in a dark face, under the setting sun. The little body is lonely and lonely. The shadow on the ground was also pulled old. In the distance, students and parents are gradually dispersing home. Even if you have gone far away, Naruto can still hear some. Don't rely on that monster at school too close. I am going to graduate. Why haven't this monster drop out? I really hope this monster will die soon. I heard that this monster also spent Naruto in the afternoon. It's nauseous and abominable. Looped curses and curses. The whispering and pointers behind this kind of stolen. Naruto, who was sitting in Chiu Qian, was buried deeper. The expression on the face is also painful, confused, and puzzled. He didn't understand what he did. Only when everyone is disgusted and isolated from small to large, even scolding him to avoid scolding behind him. I don't want to have a touch of connection with him. But this emotion comes quickly. It didn't take long to be crushed into the bottom of my heart. It seems that there is an invisible person deep in my heart. He was helping him silently bear these painful moods, drowning him in the dark sea of the past. Let him have enough emotions to face life positively and optimistic. Thinking like this, Naruto soon fell from low and rechanged to full of vitality. The sadness and pain just sank into the deepest as they thought. He pinched his fist and shouted firmly towards the people who could not see the back. I must be Naruto. Then let you all agree with me. It is just that the crowd has long gone, and no one answers Naruto at all. Naruto, after shouting, suddenly thought of something. Looking at the direction of the school gate. Why haven't you come yet? Didn't he say that he would punish me to clean up Naruto? Is my use of color temptation in the afternoon to make him angry? Because tomorrow is their graduation test. Therefore, Iruka got a test of ninjutsu before the test, and Naruto, who was rare in the 3-body surgery, used color-induced attempts to pass the level. As a result, Iruka's nosebleeds were soaring on the spot. I dare not stand upright for a long time. If you don't come, I am too lazy to clean it. Although Naruto said so, but the loss on his face couldn't hide it at all. After all, he was troublesome to attract the attention of others. Even if this care and attention is not good intentions, but it is better than being ignored by others, and the curse behind the curse is strong. Naruto's shallow consciousness. Looking at Naruto, who was ready to get up, Fengxu frowned and thoughtfully. Just cursed by the villagers, I was temporarily released from the depths of consciousness. Fengxu thought that he had to wait until Naruto's emotions fluctuated violently, and he could be released. I didn't expect it to have some negative emotions, and it was also possible. If it is like this, the wind looked at the void around the wind. System, I want to switch personality. Personal switching. Ding, the owner's negative emotions are not enough, and the host switch fails. Isn't it possible? The wind deficiency was not disappointed with the failure of switching. It seems that he has only temporarily obtained the field of vision and the authority of talking to Naruto. Speaking of the authority of the dialogue, Fengxu looked at Naruto again. I was punished by Iruka to clean the Naruto rock? Do you still use coloring? Graffiti Naruto rock and then cleaning this kind of thing. Naruto had never done it before. Coupled with the use of color temptation for Iruka, wind deficiency can basically determine the current time period. It should be at the beginning of the original story. Tomorrow night is the book of Naruto's seal, and the first time is run away. The frowning frown spread, and a smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. It's just right now. It's not too early to wait too long. It's not too late to miss a good time. Naruto at this time did not have so many friends who depended on trust. It is a good time that Fengxian entered the villain. Besides, Naruto is me. I am Naruto. Who can he trust me if he does not trust me? With the smile on the corner of the mouth, the wind is not ready to waste time. Naruto's emotions are now stable. so long, he had to sink deep into the consciousness again. So he had to quickly disclose his existence to Naruto. Let Naruto know that he is not alone. Let Naruto know where the negative emotions went. With the kindness of Naruto, I will definitely feel guilty after knowing these. With these guilt emotions, he temporarily occupied the initiative and the discourse should be fine. Thinking of this, Fengxu raised his hand and touched Naruto in front of him. He also shouted in his mouth, "Naruto, Naruto, outside world." I got up and was about to leave Naruto. There was a sudden sound of shouting my name in my mind, and this sound also made him feel familiar. Immediately recovered the steps, turned around and looked around. Who was calling me? Just Naruto just shouted, and the expression on his face became a little puzzled. The sound just sounded exactly like his own voice. Even the sound of sound is the same. It's as if he called his own name, and then he heard it. It seemed to be scared by this idea. Naruto hurriedly shook his head and wanted to throw this thrilling idea out of his mind. But the more he wanted to throw out his mind, the more he thought about it. In the end, Naruto whispered his name and wanted to make a comparison. "Naruto, Naruto?" Without waiting for Naruto to compare, the sound in his mind sounded again. "Well, it's me." When he heard the response, Naruto's expression instantly changed from doubt to panic. Then there was a deafening screaming, and the running sound of running. "Ah, there are ghosts." Fengxu, looking at Naruto, who was crying while running, the black line of the wind was ahead. "I'm not a ghost, I'm in your mind, I am you. It's Naruto, Naruto. In my mind." Naruto's expression was even more frightened. The screams even raised a few decibels again. "Help, wow. 3 generations of grandpa. Uncle Yale. Teacher Aluka, I have been ghosts." Fengxu, no, forget it, let you feel it yourself. The wind is too lazy to say more with Naruto, who is afraid of ghosts. Open the permissions directly and transmit a part of the memory. Outside, Naruto's footsteps suddenly stagnated. A large number of negative emotions, and the painful memories of the dark pain came like a tide to wrap him the entire package. Make him twisted throughout his face. The eyes are full of endless resentment. These memories and emotions come quickly. Within the time of breathing, Naruto regained normal. Those pain and darkness were also repressed back to Fengxu. Episode 3. The sound of the wind sounded again. "I am a personality who can bear these painful memory for you. Do you understand now?" Because of those emotions and memories, Fengxu's tone was as cold at this time. Gives a feeling of shuddering. In this tone of Fengxu, Naruto saw too much on others. Suddenly, he looked dull. I understand. Also, I'm sorry, he has long felt something, helping him to bear those memories and emotions. So Naruto soon accepted the incident of other personality. After accepting, a lot of guilt quickly appeared on Naruto's face. "I won't let you bear these anymore in the future. I will help you share these pains and help you." "How are you ready to help?" Fengxu sneered and interrupted Naruto's words. "Let me be the master personality. Do you go to be a deputy personality to bear this?" When he heard Fengxi's instead, Naruto did not answer to silence. Look at the memory just transmitted. Indeed, you have to have a personality to bear those painful memories. Think of the torture of the dark as the abyss day and night. Naruto retracted, and Naruto did not dare to hand over his body to Fengxu. He felt the resentment and anger that he wanted to destroy everything in the memory, although he had had these emotions before. Thinking of Naruto's more silent and guilty here. If it wasn't for him to have these emotions, maybe the second personality in his mind will not have this idea of destroying everything. Maybe he can temporarily lend his body to the second personality in his mind every time. But can I get it back after giving it? During the time you give, will you always bear the torture of those memories? Naruto's mood is quite tangled and complicated. It is also worrying about the sudden personality, and I don't know how to deal with it. For Naruto's current thinking, the wind deficiency feels extremely clear. I am also very satisfied with Naruto's guilt. He has a systematic help to block his permissions, but Naruto doesn't. So it is very good now. He wants to explain and break Naruto's concerns to obtain preliminary trust. After that, you can find a way to make Naruto's trust and dependence of 10%, which can be dialogue at any time. Thinking of this, the cold dissipation in the wind deficiency brought some softness. "Naruto, I don't mean to fight with you now. Remember what I said before? I am you, you are me. We are the opposite side of an object, and the community of interests. The two of us do not trust each other, do not depend on, or fight, and internal fighting will only cause this body to be sinned. Cooperation to make this body better is a win-win situation, and I can suffer less. Besides, you are the masterpiece. Even if I temporarily control the body, you can keep your power at any time. The main reason I was born is to bear those memories and emotions." Every sentence that Fengxu said really can't be true. It was just that his truth was not finished, and he left a lot. He did not want to compete for your body now. He only wanted to cooperate with Naruto to gain trust and dependence, and to grab it again. In addition, when the master's personality is low in trust and dependence, it does have the greatest physical control. Even if the emotion is running away, you can recover your body's control at any time. The last cause of birth is even simpler. It was originally relying on Ashwalakra to forcibly guide Naruto to embark on the road of destiny. Those emotions and memories that are forcibly suppressed will naturally have new consciousness. The wind that occupies this new consciousness is of course this consciousness itself. While Fengxu spoke, he also opened some permissions. Therefore, Naruto is the same as wind deficiency. At this time it can clearly feel that the other party is true or false. Suddenly the haze and anxiety on the small face were swept away, and they were happy and excited. That's it. Then we will be friends in the future. I will secretly let you go out to play in the future, as long as you don't hurt others. When Naruto said this, the system also sent a message. Master dependence / trust value, 21%. Actually, 21%? The wind was a little surprised to see the system message. He also found that the space that was slowly darkening and sinking also recovered the brightness. If there is no horror suppression, it will instantly dissipate in a small half. Tip: the acquisition of preliminary trust is simple and high, and it is easy to fall. For example, if the host does something that does not follow the person's personality, it may fall to 0% in the next second. At the same time, the host not only needs trust, but also the dependence of the master personality. If there is only one trust to stack to 100%, it will be a long and high probability process. The meaning of the system came here as soon as the wind was heard. It is the best way to increase this trust dependency, but it is easy to fall. And you can't just pay attention to one point, you have to catch both hands. It is difficult for a single trust and dependence to accumulate to 100%, but it will be easy to two together. What 21%? What are you talking about, Naruto too? Although the exclamation of the wind was not large, Naruto heard it quite clearly. This is the sound in his head. I'm calculating some things that are good for us to 21%. Also, don't call me Naruto number 2, I just gave myself a name again, called the Vortex Fengxu. Fengxu did not intend to interfere with the beginning of the plot. However, trust relying on this thing is definitely the better the object. Then he needed to find a way to squeeze Iruka. Is it as illusory like wind? Naruto nodded like a little adult. It deserves to be another me. It is so culture and so smart. After praising the immediately, he turned around and asked about the 21% of the matter. What is good for us? Wind, do you have a way to make me Naruto? Or let people in the village like me? This is the most favorable thing that Naruto thinks. Fengxu, you really look down on me. I don't have that. Master trust dependence, 11%. What I say is a good thing is to help you pass the graduation test of the ninja school. The test will take the 3-body technique. Do you think you can pass and then be forbearance? Master trust dependence, 30%. Help me pass the graduation exam. Naruto outside was happy. Fengxu didn't say that he almost forgot this story. You know, he has been staying for 2 years. Now I have been in Sasuke, who enrolled 2 years later than him. Sure, Fengxu's words are full of confidence. Just kidding, he knows the traverser of the plot. You find the cleaning tool to clean the Naruto rocks first, specifically, I said slowly to you on the way. In calculating time, Iruka should be found. Okay, I'll find it soon. Naruto didn't care about cleaning. He now wants to know how to let him pass the exam, to become a glorious tolerance. Episode 4. Actually come to do cleaning and remedy your fault. Naruto, you really grow up. Let the teacher too pleased. Iruka squatting on the stone next to Naruto rock, with tears in his eyes. He was previously delayed by Mizuki asks Naruto. I thought Naruto would steal it out and continue to make trouble. I didn't expect to take the initiative to clean up Naruto rock, which is really incredible. Even Naruto, the most naughty Naruto now, has changed evil now. Does this mean that his teaching level is getting higher and higher, and there is the capital of the principal of the ninja school? Then his teaching titles will be mentioned next year. Should the 3 generations of adults agree? The more I thought about it, the hotter. Iruka even laughed. Seeing Iruka crying and laughing, Naruto was too lazy. He just wants to quickly clean up and go to teacher Mizuki, ask him to help himself steal the book. Imagine the perfect future Iruka. And now I feel that Naruto is particularly pleasing to the eye. Suddenly, I said, Naruto, in order to reward you to get better, after cleaning, the teacher I invite you to eat ramen. How much do you want to eat? How much you want to vomit? Ramen. Naruto was surprised. Although it is not expensive, he is not able to afford it often by receiving relief food. However, the expression of surprise quickly stagnated and became very tangled. After a while, I rejected it and said, no, I have to go to the 3 generations after cleaning. This is the rhetoric prepared by Fengxu to help Naruto in advance. Naruto had no time to eat ramen until the night, and he had to go to school to find him while Mizuki. Otherwise, wait for Mizuki to go home. It is not good to go everywhere. Is this? Iruka is very clear about the relationship between Naruto and the 3rd generation, so I didn't ask much. But when I saw Naruto's face and discouraged, I said funnily, if you won't work today, tomorrow will not work tomorrow. The teacher I said, ask you to eat ramen, you must ask you to eat. Hearing Iruka's words, Naruto's eyes reappeared. Hand dancing cheers. Long live Tiaka teacher. Conscious space. The wind deficiency did not stop or intervene in the dialogue between Iruka and Naruto outside. Anyway, the plan has been arranged to Naruto. If it is not surprising, Iruka is at most a teacher who is better than Naruto. It will not be an important role of Naruto's father. He is now paying more attention to the ninjutsu that can be unlocked. Azura Chakra. Black value, 3 million. Nine-tail Chakra. Black value, 100,000. Iruka Chakra. Black value, 100. There are not many unlocked, only a few. This was stored by Naruto after close contact with Naruto. If you want to unlock, you need to blame to analyze it. And this analysis is not only chakra, but also a ninjutsu attached. It seems that I can only redeem the strength of Iruka now. Looking at the blackening value of 120, the wind frowned together. To be honest, he didn't want to waste the black value to change. After all, Naruto learns a multi-shadow avatar, and the strength has surpassed Iruka. But his current strength is not different from Naruto, and it is not the level of ordinary forbearance. Moreover, the plot of the Book of the Sealing Seal was also tampered with. Therefore, you must make some preparations to replace some strength to deal with it. Although there are 3 generations of dark parts arranged, it is occasionally monitored by the 3 generations with telescope. But after all, it is only the best policy, and it is the most secure. System, can you redeem a single ninjutsu in chakra? The system did not answer, but directly presented the exchanges just displayed. Azura Chakra. Seeking Daoyu, 2 million. Wooden Ninjutsu, 600,000. Super Shadow Level Sports, 180,000. Fairy Human, 200,000. Black Wan, 5,000. Fengxu Ninja, 2,000. Nine-Tail Chakra. Nine-Tail, 50,000. Yang Jiawei, 50,000. One-Tail Chakra Mode, 2,000. Two-Tail Chakra Mode, 8,000. Three-Tail Chakra Models, 14,000. Eight-Tail Chakra Model, 44,000. Iruka Chakra. Zhou Ninja Sports, 50. 3 Body Slaws, 10. All kinds of ninjutsu, 40. Seeing the meticulous list of manifested, the corner of the wind was drawn. Can't afford it. This is the minimum of tens of thousands, which is really not affordable for his poor people. However, watching Ilka's physical technique that needs 50 blackening value exchange, Fengxu has an idea. There are generally not many ninjutsu, and chakra is not much. Most of the time, it uses body techniques, as well as weapons such as hidden weapons. System, if I redeem Zhou Ninja, can the ninja skills of other people be superimposed afterwards? The host exchanges the same techniques of different people can superimposed power. For example, continuous accumulation of redeeming can be promoted to upper ninjutsu. However, the need for spending will be much more than directly redeeming the body. I hope the host will decide carefully. Actually, it can really superimposed power. Fengxian's face was surprised. Sports is a practical skill that every ninja will be, and it is often used. In this case, he can completely exchange all the physical techniques that can be seen. Don't worry about whether you will lose. It must be more practical than redeeming multiple ninjutsu. And don't forget K's 8-door armor. When his physical strength continues to accumulate, the power released by the 8 gates, maybe he can kick the death of Hui Yiji in 1 foot. After that in the future, it will be used as an exchange, and then the blackening value will be exchanged for a powerful ninjutsu. The wind was immediately planned for his future. However, he didn't plan to change it now, and wanted to look at it. Outside, Naruto was cleaned at the fastest speed. After saying goodbye to Iruka, he returned to ninja school. And his luck is also good. It happened to meet Water and Wood in school and inquired with other teachers. It's Naruto, I know you, the naughty ghost in Irukan. Do you have something to come to me? It was blocked by Naruto, with a smile on Mizuki, but his eyes flashed with all kinds of thoughts. Teacher Mizuki, can you tell me about the Book of Seal? As soon as Naruto's words were finished, I saw that Mizuki's face changed. The smile in the corner of his mouth disappeared, and his expression stared at him with a shade. Is your own plan exposed? Seeing the expression of Mizuki, Naruto was also scared. The statement that Fengxu Jiao taught him again and again was moved out. Teacher, don't be angry. I just said when I heard you chat with others by accident. You say that thing records a lot of powerful ninjutsu. I just want to try to learn and graduate from school. Hearing Naruto's explanation, Mizuki also found that his response was too large, and he quickly changed into a smile. Looking at Naruto, who had not graduated twice before, a thought suddenly gave birth to an idea. Sorry, the teacher was a bit too excited. After all, the Book of this Seal is the baby in our village. But the first ninjutsu above, it is very simple to graduate from school. Episode 5. Mizuki said the location of his own investigation, while instilling Naruto's idea of graduating from the first ninja. And Naruto also told Mizuki to disclose the idea of stealing the test of the exam. This also makes the smile on Mizuki more brilliant and more intimate. He was ready to kill Naruto after he stole the seal. As soon as Naruto died, he might be able to release the demon fox 12 years ago. At that time, no one must have time to ignore him. He can also escape with the Book of Sealing with a seal. Just when Naruto and Mizuki were both in the Naruto office of the center of the wood leaf, the ape flying the sun was pumped, and his eyes looked at the crystal ball on the table in front of him. The telescope technique. Just remember a person's chakra. You can check this technique through this technique. However, the range is only the size of the entire my village. It will be found by Naruto to find his own small movement. This guy Mizuki is really unsatisfactory. For Mizuki recently, he has been in his hands to inquire about the sealing book. Of course, it is not regarded as one thing. An ordinary tolerance that can't be on the table. No matter how troublesome it is, there is no turmoil. However, he can use this opportunity to test Naruto and send ninjutsu that Sinai is good at. After all, this is the nine-tailed person's pillar force, a big kill. He also taught for so long, but he couldn't keep it so much. And as the grandfather who loves Naruto, if you do not make any punishment afterwards, let Naruto know his love. Naruto hidden in the darkness behind the ape flying day is directly under the dark part. Seeing the ape flying sun and looking at the crystal ball, he suddenly asked with a whispering inquiries, Master Naruto, do we need us to cut off? The wood leaf is a big tree, there is a problem with the sprouts above. The ape flying the sun put down the dry smoke in his mouth and shook his head. No need, just stare at the dark part. By the way, let someone find me a blank scroll. He is preparing to make a fake seal book. Just put multiple shadow avatars. With the tons of the Naruto vortex, she can easily learn as easy as her mother. After getting the order, the dark part flickered after the sound of the dark part disappeared. Naruto separated from Mizuki, quickly shuttle on the roof. Each foot was very heavy, and a bang sound was made. At the same time, a giggle laughed. The villagers in the house suddenly scolded the villagers in the house. Especially when the head is out, the person who sees the shuttle is Naruto. That scolding is even more vicious and unlimited. It wasn't until Naruto returned home that he could not hear those scolds. Black value +1. Black value +2. Current blackening value, 320. As soon as he got home, Naruto lay on his bed, and the smile on his face disappeared instantly. Fengxu, when will we leave at night? That's right, what to steal tomorrow, that's all cheating Mizuki. Only in this way can Iruka unable to participate. And the wind is certain that the conversation between Naruto and Mizuki must be listened to the 3 generations. Let Naruto's action tonight. I also want to try if I can find a book of real seal. After all, the thunder, no perfect dirty soil reincarnation, and the ghosts and other ninjutsu were still salivated. No hurry, we continue to go outside for 2 laps, make a small damage, and then steal the book seal. Hearing Fengxu said so, Naruto's face was full of doubts and resistance. Ah? Didn't you get it when I just came back? I don't want to listen to them to scold me anymore. Uncomfortable and uncomfortable. There is nothing wrong with scolding once or twice a day, but the number of times was more. He was afraid that he had that emotion again, and finally passed to Fengxu. It's okay, this kind of thing is to face it positively. You are just scolded before being affected naturally. If you are scolded too much, you don't feel it. When I came back all the way, I made a net profit of 200 dark value of course. The wind would not let go of this opportunity. Maybe you can make a few more laps and you can make up for 2000. Then redeem the chakra mode directly. As for the original 9 tails in the human body, the wind did not intend to touch it. He is not the masterpiece, in case the 19 of his soul is difficult. The Watergate and the chakra of Shurnai did not necessarily protect him. Okay, you are right, you will leave when I eat a bowl of instant noodles. Speaking, Naruto picked up the instant noodles on the table and started to heat the water. At the same time, half a box of milk was taken from the refrigerator. Through Naruto's field of vision, the wind was very clear. The validity period of those things has been expired for several months. Damn ignorant villagers. You can only take your children who don't know anything. There are also 3 generations and Tuanzang, this account in my body will be clear with you in the future. After eating stomach pain or diarrhea, the wind is still fresh. Immediately stopped. Don't eat the expired things. This is my body. Isn't there money? Go to eat a happy ramen. Naruto hesitated, but the money is not much, and there is still half a month to live in the back. And these things are not necessarily broken. I have eaten it many times without stomach pain. Naruto's words were interrupted before the wind was finished. Don't worry about money. I will find a way. Now, immediately, give me a happy ramen. The boss of a happy ramen who has always been good at Naruto hit the boss, and the wind was very relieved. He will definitely not give this body an expired food. Fengxu does not have to worry about experiencing the belly colic again and the memory of diarrhea again. Naruto nodded happily and ran out. In addition to the 3 generations of Grandpa, he felt that he had another object that could be dependent. Master Personality Dependence Trust Value, 31. After eating a happy ramen happily, Naruto also went to the shops that sold the expired foods for his expired food according to Fengxu. He didn't do anything, but he moved a small chair to sit at the door. People who stopped entering the store said with the passing pedestrians, the owner of this shop is good to him, do not sell things, and often fund him and the like. It is reasonable to say, just like it. In short, everyone is angry at the boss, and they are intending to never come to this store to spend again. Naturally, the boss was not used to Naruto, and he cursed in his mouth and copied his guy to Naruto. Naruto, who has the strength of the endurance, is naturally not afraid that it is just an ordinary person's shop owner. While dodging the attack, I shouted the boss, I understood, to show them, and then shouted exaggeratedly. In short, under the blessing of various emotions, the wind deficiency has made 400 blackened value. This also makes the wind confessed that it is not that Naruto's sadness and pain will have a blackened value. The pleasure that Naruto produces when revenge on others is also a blackened value. But when there is happiness, there is no blackening value. Master Personality Trust Dependency Value, 33. Current blackening value, 720. Although it is still not exchanged, Fengxu does not intend to continue wasting time. Naruto, who was going to die in the past. Naruto, it's time to act. Episode 6. In the mansion of the ape-flying family, the ape-flying son was quite interested in the crystal ball. Naruto, the boy is really interesting, very good. Such a noisy, this shop really can't say clearly. I'm afraid there will be no way to do business in the future. He appreciated what Naruto did, and he often knows that this store often sells Naruto's expired food, and it is not innocent. Well, if Asuma can have Naruto such a means, how much can I save? Thinking of Asuma, who is awkward with himself to guard the 12 scholars. The ape sighed. The son is inconsistent with his own ideas, and the road is inconsistent. Therefore, for his grandson my pill, you must have more minds. It can let him be close to Naruto, and learn Naruto's cunning small means. Thinking of this, Naruto and the crystal ball started to move again. This is my house. The mansion of the Ape Fly clan is not far from that commercial street, which is a very good location in the Woodleaf. In the past years, the apes are cut, but they have planned a lot of benefits for the family. However, the bright side is low-key, but there is no the limelight like the sun. But the hidden comprehensive strength has already exceeded a lot. It can be said that it is not an exaggeration to be the real largest race of Mai. Didn't it mean that it was stolen later? Good guy, this kid actually saw Mizuki's mind, and also played with Mizuki. I also checked the Mizuki with a telescope. I found that Mizuki was lying on my own bed. It seems to be on the peak of life after the ninjutsu of fantasy learning ceiling. It's a waste. Don't wonder if you can use an unlisted tolerance. With disdain on his face, Ape Fei chopped towards the darkness beside him. Find a way to remind Mizuki so that he knows that Naruto has begun to act. He also needed Mizuki to test Naruto. Check the 9-tailed seal on Naruto. See if you can put Naruto with peace of mind. Yes. A white Tengu mask appeared in the dark and then disappeared. Ape Fury cut back his eyes and looked back at the crystal ball again. At the same time, the scroll was rolled up by half of the case. This little guy really doesn't make people worry about. I just stole the laziness, but the preparation was not used anymore. Then he stood up and walked out of the room. Fortunately, this multiple shadow avatars in the first seal book. Let Naruto steal it, then let the dark part stop it. But I still have to put away the other seal books, so as not to stole the little guy Naruto. The sealing books are recorded. That is, A class, S class, and ninjutsu with great damage to the body. There are many ninjutsu, and a scroll cannot be installed. Besides, it is not the ape flying day to look at Naruto. In addition to the multiple shadow clips that the vortex people can learn quickly. Even if other ninja is given to Naruto for a few months, I can't learn it. The appearance of the ape flying day is that the wind is not seen. Otherwise, I really want to say a few words through Naruto's mouth. A shameless old guy who eats an unborn household. Back to Naruto's things that belong to Naruto, and also a gesture of the junior. It's really disgusting. What do you come to my house in the middle of the night? Color temptation. Ah. After the exaggerated call, it was the sound of blood spray and the sound of the ground. With an excited smile on Naruto's face, he came to the store shelf. At a glance, I saw a big nameplate. The book seal is here. Found it. Naruto did not doubt, picked up the large scroll in the grid above the nameplate. After his back, he turned around and ran out of the house. The reminder of Mizuki just arrived at the moment. I just saw Naruto, who left the mansion of the apes with a scroll, suddenly cracked, and angry was extremely a little bit. Damn fox demon little ghost, dare to play me. If I did not find you to ask me, I would really be confused by you. Of course, Iruka said by Mizuki is pretending to be dressed in the dark part, which reminds Mizuki. The reminded Mizuki immediately understood and went straight to here. Looking at Naruto, he naturally didn't have time to inform Iruka and other ninjas like the original plot. Coupled with anger by a little ghost play, Mizuki pulled up and followed. As long as there is no one, he immediately slaughtered Naruto and leaked his hatred. The wind is empty and windy. Where are we going now? Do we go home? Naruto with a scroll was extremely excited, and it was difficult to hide the excitement in the sound. Compared with the incident this time, the previous trick was that the child had a family. How can I practice ninja? There are few people in the death forest in the northeast. Fengxu said in order, and then stared at the list given by the system. Multi-shadow separation technique, 500. The spaced, 3000. Dirty soil reincarnation, residual, 1500. Spiral pill, 2000. There are actually 4 techniques. This is stolen? It is difficult to hide excitement and surprise in the voices of Fengxu. Although there are only 4 techniques, all of them are one by one. Because there is no supporting chakra, the black value is significantly less. But this is not a matter. Even if there is no enough chakra, at half a 9 tail, This chakra is actually a trivial matter, mainly because these ninjutsu is difficult to learn. If it wasn't for the wind deficiency, there was a system that could be successfully learned directly. He really did not intend to seal the idea of ninjutsu in the book. But the dark value on hand is still not enough. It really makes people feel itchy. Fengxu's feeling at this time is like entering Baoshan empty-handed, and there is no way to spend Jinshan. I hope that Mizuki will give me a bit, and give me more blackening value. Even if it is not exchanged for Flying Thunder God, it can be at least redeemed by the chakra mode. Mizuki is a test of Naruto. Fengxu completely believes that Mizuki will be found by the 3 generations. Outside, as soon as Naruto entered the Death Forest, he couldn't wait to find a place to sit down, then open the seal book and start to view the above content. Multiple shadow avatars, the technique of Flying Thunder, the reincarnation of the dirty soil, the spiral pill. It's so difficult. I can't understand the 3 in the back. Let's learn the first one. As long as you learn, tomorrow I will definitely be able to put a lot in the exam, which surprises Sasuke, that guy. Thinking that I could pretend to be in front of my friends tomorrow, Naruto felt comfortable all over. Even the technique of learning this multiple shadow is extremely smooth. Only when he learned half, he heard the reminder of Fengxu. There is a hidden weapon attack in the back, avoid it. Episode 7. 10 alone, with no energy, shot from the tree behind Naruto. Naruto, who was reminded by Fengxu, was also dangerous and dangerous. Who is attacking me? Angry Naruto looked back. At a glance, I saw Mizuki standing on the cricket. Teacher Mizuki, how come? Didn't I tell you to steal it at a time? Seeing Naruto dare to take this, Mizuki suddenly breathed, his eyes crooked and his nose was oblique. He was forbearing, and he was stunned by a little ghost. It really wants everyone to laugh for a lifetime. Damn little beast, do you really think others can't see it? The face of Mizuki was full of hatred, and jumped off the tree from the tree. Surprising the Book of Seal, I might have a lot of compassion to let you go. It was said on your mouth, but the killing intention in the eyes of Mizuki had long overflowed. Obviously, he wanted to play with a cat and catching mice when he was not found. Slightly, this is the baby of the village, I will not give you this spy, big fool. Naruto, who had long been reminded by Fengxu, naturally knew that Mizuki was not a good person, so the anger and surprise disappear soon. After the wind is ready for a long time, after exporting. After making a ghost, he ran out with the Book of Seal. Naruto's words also made Mizuki laugh very much, and the cold killing intention was covered with the whole face. Oh, no one wants a small beast. Today I will let you see the real ninja means. After that, Mizuki raised his hand and threw the large 4-corner hand behind him. The screaming sound and cutting sound of the horror instantly behind Naruto. And Naruto is as if he had expected, and he easily avoided one sideways. At the same time, Naruto's consciousness whirled. The wind was fiercely looked at the water and would behind. Naruto, let me come out, you are not his opponent. Obviously, according to the current plot development, Naruto is difficult to get out of control and fall into the runaway. But Fengxu does not want to miss this good opportunity to come out. No, I am used to chase, he can't catch up with me. Naruto's trust and dependence on Fengxu now has reached 33%, but 33% of them are not real, 33%, and a little wind blows may fall. Coupled with Naruto, he was still afraid of killing him with his body. So if he can give his body to Fengxu, he tried not to give it to Fengxu. Besides, both of us are the same, I can't beat it, you can't fight the same. After I throw him away, learn that multiple shadow avatars will return this thing. As Naruto spoke, Mizuki had rushed up from behind. No matter how he said, it is also a Naruto, and it is not difficult to catch up with Naruto. Beast Fox Demon, I want your left hand. Mizuki's face was fierce, and the bitterness in his hand stabbed Naruto's left hand like an electric light. Seeing bitterness to himself, the pace under Naruto's feet suddenly stagnated. Reaching out and hugging the trunk, stopped steadily. Mizuki is because of hard work. The pace under his feet could not stop, and he went out for a long time. Because this time, Naruto knows who the danger is, and I am ready to be in my heart. So he was not as overwhelmed as the original plot, and was scared. Therefore, after the usual troubles, I have the ability to walk in Irika and others. Ha ha ha, it's a big fool, big stupid donkey. Usually, a bunch of Zhongning can catch him in order to catch him. Now a Mizuki, wanting to catch him is just a delusion. Damn fox demon, disgusting fox demon. Seeing Naruto dare to stop and ridicule him, the water and wood lungs are full of anger. Fox demon? Teacher Mizuki, are you afraid of being mad? I start to talk nonsense if I can't catch it? Naruto said again and made a ghost, turned around and ran back. Slightly, continued to eat my fart. However, this time Mizuki was not furious, but instead replaced the playful smile and looked at Naruto. He, Naruto, I suddenly forgot that you don't know about it yet. Do you know why I call you a disgusting fox demon, and why do people in the village hate you? The words of Mizuki made Naruto's footsteps stagnant. A huge anxiety and fear hit him, as if in the next thing, he might break his life. Black value +2. Black value +2. Oh? Are you going to start? The wind in the conscious space also brought a satisfactory smile. A cold smile on Shuemu's face, like a poisonous snake, walked slowly. That's because of you are the fox demon 12 years ago. What are you talking about? Naruto's whole person stiffened in place. Then the little body trembled like a sieve. Endless blame and anxiety wrapped him up. Black value plus 20. Black value plus 30. I'm nine-tailed demon fox? Naruto collapsed backwards, sitting on the ground with a lot of eyes. 12 years ago, he also heard that a fox demon destroyed the village and killed many people. He finally understood that everyone looked at him at the time. No, impossible. I'm not a fox demon, I'm a vortex, Naruto. The face of Mizuki, who had running, was happy. There was no crackdown on Naruto in his mouth. If you are not a demon fox who destroys the village, why do you hate you? If you are not a demon fox who destroys the village, why never tell your parents? You touch your cheeks, won't you feel that sick-skin beard? Black value plus 40. Mizuki has rushed to Naruto at this moment. One hand raised Naruto's neck. The other hand was to get the sealing book in his arms easily. The disgusting demon fox, the village raises you, the 3 generations of Naruto will raise you, just to treat you as a weapon. Even Irika, who is nice to you, parents are miserable in your hands. Think about it, what would he think in your heart when he faced you? I should think, the disgusting fox demon, if it was ant for the order of Lord Naruto. I see a ant wait to eat your meat. How do you still die? Black value plus 50. No, it's not like this, I'm not a fox demon. Looking at Naruto's expression of collapse, no desire for life. Mizuki's face is full of retaliation. Wake up, everyone wants you to die, so Mizuki carried the scroll back, and one suffering appeared on the right hand. You are as soon as everyone's wishes, let's die. The bitterness fell down, pointing directly at Naruto's eyebrows. Current blackening value 3920. System, switch personality. Master's personality has completely lost control and collapse, and his personality switching is successful. A small hand holds the arm of Mizuki like an iron tong. Oh? Who do you say to die? Episode 8. In the ape flying house, the ape flying sun was somber with drought smoke. Mizuki, this idiot seems to be really alive, dare to provoke Naruto and my relationship. Originally planned to kill him, I hope he can support it for a while in Ibihai's hand in the future. To be honest, Ape Fei Rijan now regrets that Mizuki is to test Naruto. He should find a dark part and pretend to be an enemy to do this, but now regret it, it is not available, but he can only repair this relationship later. Fortunately, under his operation, Naruto is a child who hates everyone. As Naruto's only light, it should be okay to get a little bit. It depends on whether Naruto will get out of control now. If you get out of control, can you grasp that force? Don't let me down, Naruto. The other side, Naruto. Oh no, it should be wind deficiency, with a frightening cold killing intention in both eyes. Even the surrounding temperature dropped to 0. What Mizuki just said was not affected by Naruto alone. The kind of collapse, fear, anxiety, confusion, and self-blame all passed on the body. Even the painful memory of the past darkness is like a wave of shocks. If not, it would not be more than 3,200 in just a few minutes. I didn't expect you to have the power to resist, it's great. Although Mizuki's right hand was hugged, he couldn't fall, but he didn't panic in his eyes. A child who is tolerated. It is estimated that this is just the back of the time before dying. It won't be long. As for the breakthrough, seal becomes a demon fox. Don't be funny, if the seal can break through from the inside, let him break the container outside so that the demon fox can break through the seal. Once the demon fox comes out, no one will care for him. Suck, is this the atmosphere of the real world? I really miss it. After taking a deep breath with the oxygen of the tree, Fengxu looked at the water and wood in front of him. A shocking violent killing intention was brought out. Holding the palm of Shuemu's arm and starting to hold force, you just laughed very happy. At the same time, the news of the system came. Exchange of ninja sports, Irika, -50. Exchange of ninja sports, Mizuki, -60. Exchange elite sports, ape flying sun chop, -800. Sports with exchanges with physical fitness, 3 generations of old age, so it is not enough. Current blackening value, 3010. Originally intended to redeem the chakra mode directly, but when the matter was coming, I gave up this choice. He didn't know what the 3 generations thought, nor did he plan to run out of the puppet organization and other villages, so he was ready to temporarily tolerate and follow the timeline of the original plot. By the time of the country of Bobo, I used the power of the runaway to exchange 9 tails. It is still based on the original plan, first redeeming the 10s of gold oil. How come? Feeling the giant power and pain from the arm, Mizuki's expression is no longer easy. He looked at Naruto, who had been judged by the 2 before, and his complexion was a little distorted. Are you a demon? Before the fox characters are exported, just click on the miserable night sky. The arm of Mizuki was directly broken by the wind deficiency after exchanges, showing irregular 90 degrees drooping. A arm was abolished, and Mizuki quickly reacted. The other clinging to the wind deficiency's neck and hand instantly, and the neck wanted to squeeze the wind. The disgusting demon fox, let me die. Click. There was a clicks that broke the bones. Mizuki, who was holding the arms around Fengxu's neck and flew into the sky. Wind deficiency landed with a bloodthirsty smile, holding the suffering of blood dripping in his hand. Black value +2. Black value +3. Should this be the pleasure of revenge this time? Thinking in my heart, Fengxu's smile walked towards Mizuki. Teacher Mizuki, you are really weak. You can't afford a little interest. Elite tolerance levels are on educating Zhong and I. That's really overwhelming strength. At this point, Mizuki, who had retreated to the ground, felt it. He not only felt the change in strength before and after, but also felt the change of people. Although the beginning of Naruto is abominable, it is just annoying. There is still childlike innocence and kindness in the eyes. But in front of you, the wind and the wind of violent killing and resentment are terrible like the evil ghost from hell. Mizuki also thought of something. His face was full of fear, and his eyes were full of despair and regret. You are not Naruto. You are a fox demon. You break through the seal. Ha ha ha, fox demon? The wind was laughed, and the joke on his face was not covered. Fox demon won't say so much to you, and you won't want to play games with you. Play games? Mizuki had a hopes for originally dim eyes. Sure enough, it is not a fox demon, just a childless child. I can play with you. You can play anything. As long as you are willing to let me go. Fengxu did not answer this question, but knocked on the trunk beside him with the bitterness in his hand. On his face, he showed a childlike innocent smile. Just play the ghost game. I count the reach 100 and I haven't caught you, even if you win. Betting is your life. Sweet childhood words are full of maliciousness. Mizuki is not afraid. The desire for life made him ignore the pain of his hand, and quickly crawled up and ran into the distance. 100, 99, 98. The sound of the wind deficiency made the pace at the foot of the water and would faster, but in the next second, a strong wind sounded behind him. Pull. Breaking the skin of his back. The hot pain instantly swept the whole body. 75, 74, 73. The sound of continued sound stopped the sound of Mizuki abruptly. He bit his teeth and fled him hard. Pull. A strong wind that broke through the air. The right leg of Mizuki was broken, and screaming rushed to the ground. 40, 39, 38. The number of urging life is like Zhongming of the god of death. Mizuki didn't dare to stop, wept moaning and climbing with her left leg. Pull. This time, the only left leg was broken. 20, 19, 18. The water and wood were trembling, and the chin was dragged on the ground. There are only 20 numbers. I haven't died yet. I'm going to live. He listened to less and less. His eyes looked forward, full of desire for life. 3, 2. The sound in the air made Mizuki unconsciously hang up. He is going to win. He is going to escape. However, the last one was not here, and only one came from behind the back of the chest. Teacher Mizuki, you lost. Episode 9. I didn't lose, I'm still alive. Mizuki swallowed this sentence. Looking at the eyes of the distance, there is also the desire for life. Black value plus 100. Current blackening value, 3300. Revenge on Mizuki made Fengxu earn a blackened value of 290. But there are advantages and disadvantages. Naruto also recovered in the consciousness at this moment. He also felt happy for the death of Mizuki. But the sight of the heart quickly overwhelmed this feeling quickly. Wind, you are killed. You killed Teacher Mizuki. You promised me obviously, you won't kill me with my body. Naruto is extremely excited and scared at this moment. The excitement is because the strength of the wind deficiency is very strong, and even the teacher Zhongren is not an opponent. Does it mean that he actually has this strength, but he has not exerted it? Fear is when the wind is just abused and killed Mizuki. It was a little horrible and scary. He didn't want the wind to become a perverted madness, and he lost this friend. He wants to make Fengxu, like him, and be friendly and gentle to everyone. Master personality dependence trust value, 20%. For the decline in trust dependence, wind deficiency has long been expected, but I did not expect that there was not much reduction, and there were 20%. It seems that he already has a good position in Naruto's heart. I didn't kill people in chaos even if I didn't do it, Mizuki. He would be resolved by the village afterwards. After explaining it casually, Fengxu reached out and took off the seal book behind the water and wood. Naruto also reluctantly accepted this explanation. Forget it, look at your rescue of us. This time you forgive you. Forgive me? The wind was stagnant, and his brows frowned slightly. But he didn't say much. Anyway, he was not kind to Naruto himself anyway. Naruto did not notice that the wind was wrong. On the contrary, after seeing the seal in the hands of Fengxu's hands, I suddenly remembered that my ninjutsu had not finished. He shouted immediately, Feng Xian, return to me your body. There was no room for refusing to resist the wind. A huge suction suddenly appeared, dragging his consciousness and sinking. In the next second, the identity of the two was exchanged. Naruto reappeared outside and mastered the body. Fengxu returned to the space of nothingness. Wow. It's amazing. I just shouted and came out directly. This is also the first time Naruto has actively switched his personality. His face was full of excitement, but immediately thought of being forced to make the body's wind. Hurry up and keep apologizing again. I'm sorry, the wind deficiency. I will put you out of breath after returning home. Now I have to step up the learning of multiple shadow avatars, and then go back to this thing. Thinking that you can retract your body at any time. Naruto is not afraid to make his body temporarily. Master personality dependence trust value, 30. Okay, I can remember your words. It can be breathable frequently, and wind deficiency will naturally not refuse. Moreover, if he can come out frequently, he may make some arrangements. He did not intend to be a deputy personality for a long time, and was locked in that small conscious space. Successfully master ninjutsu, multi-shadow skills. When the arrangement after the wind was thought, Naruto outside also successfully learned multiple shadow avatars. To learn, it is natural to try it. After a few knots, Naruto, who was in the mountains, occupied the forest land. So amazing ninjutsu. I feel that I can win 2 Mizuki teachers now. Looking at his masterpiece, Naruto couldn't help pulling Mizuki as a measurement unit. Just as Naruto is complacent, thinking about how to show tomorrow, Iruka's surprised voice sounded from the tree's cricket. Naruto. There are so many Naruto. Is this a technique of shadowing? Ah. It's teacher Iria. Naruto turned together and saw Iruka, who was surprised. It was the 3 generations of Grandpa sent you, but I have learned a ninja. This thing is returned to you. You can get it with the 3 generations of Grandpa. After throwing the sealing book to Iruka, Naruto's body immediately slipped, leaving a group of avatars to stop the road. He also shouted while walking, "There is also Mr. Mizuki. He rebelled and wanted to kill me and grabbing things. But I'm more powerful. Kill him, teacher. Remember to explain to the 3rd generation of Grandpa." Hearing Naruto's shout, Iruka's pupils shrank. I even forgot to stop Naruto, who was running away for the first time. Mizuki rebellion is going to kill you, and it is still anti-killed. Naruto, wait, you will explain to me with such a big thing. The reaction Iruka wanted to chase Naruto, but was stopped by Naruto's avatars. At the same time, it also opened a way, exposing the corpse on the ground. It's really Mizuki. He was killed by Naruto for 2 years. Iruka, who came forward, was stunned in place. He was a little scared to the miserable death of Mizuki. Looking at the eyes of the surrounding people, they also brought fear and anxiety. It seems to be looking at a certain monster, or the 9 tails of 12 years ago. After seeing Iruka's eyes, Naruto looked dark. Sure enough, as Mizuki said before, Iruka was afraid and hates him like him. Naruto's expression also made Iruka realize they're wrong. Hurry down that emotion and want to say something. The sound of crickets sounded one after another. Naruto, who ran away, lifted the shadow of this side. No, I have to find Naruto, explain clearly. Thinking of the 3 generations to take care of Naruto's mission, Iruka was going to be up to pursue Naruto, but he didn't wait for him to raise his feet, and the dark part of the mask emerged from the shadow. Don't go. The task that Lord Naruto has given you has failed. Put back the Book of Seal, and Master Naruto will tell you whether to continue the task. Just now Iruka's eyes, and the alienation of Naruto's respect. They all failed to take care of Naruto's mission on behalf of Iruka, and they were not suitable for forcibly paste it. I just was scared. I didn't deliberately. Iruka also wanted to explain, but the dark part was too lazy to listen. He grabbed the body of Mizuki and disappeared in place. Naruto. Iruka looked at the direction of Naruto's disappearance. After hesitating for a long time, he sighed deeply and turned his head towards the other side. In the end, he did not choose to go to Naruto to explain or give comfort. The miserable death of Mizuki was cut into his mind. The sympathy for Naruto's orphans was eventually annihilated in the mood of fear. Iruka understands that he can no longer be the same as before. Episode 10. Ape Flying House. Ape Fury cherished Iruka and sent him away. I did not mention the task of taking care of Naruto. After re-put the seal book back to the storage room, Ape Fury stood on the corridor and said to the dark, "Let's say what happened tonight and Naruto's changes. Although the telescope is clearly seen, but after all, it is not at the scene, some details will be ignored, and the voice of the dialogue will not be clear. Therefore, the dark parts that need to be watched throughout the process will be reproduced." Yes, a figure wearing a mask suddenly emerged from the darkness, dearly kneeling on one knee, and then began to tell everything about the evening experience. The big difference between the front and the apes and the sun. But from Naruto being held around Mizuki, the content he heard made the eyebrows of the ape flying up. What he overlooking his perspective was that Naruto broke out of the good strength to attack Mizuki, then tortured and retaliated the random woomy. However, Naruto's voice was too small, he didn't hear it clearly, only hearing the mourning of Mizuki. But the dark part described him that Naruto was holding his neck as if he had changed a person. Mizuki was not attacked, but was crushed positively by Naruto with a fierce means. Later, cats catch mice and play prey. Give hope Shuemu, and then he will be shattered by himself. This means is not like a naive teenager who is still in school. Of course, this is not the most important. The most important thing is the 2 words that Naruto was holding his neck. Is this the breath of the real world? I really miss it. The amount of information of these 2 sentences is very large, but it is enough to show that it was not Naruto himself at the time. So what else will Naruto's body? The answer is to come out -9 tails. Otherwise, it is impossible to be a Watergate and a Sinai, right? Thinking of this, the somber-faced ape flying sun beheaded and asked, "Did you notice giant-tailed chakra at the time?" The dark part said a little after thinking, "No. Naruto only performed physical technique at the time, we did not notice any chakra fluctuations. Is there no 9-tailed chakra?" The eyebrows of the apes frowned deeper. However, after understanding the situation, there is no need to wait for the dark part to be here. Then he waved his hand towards him. I know, let's go first. Yes. The dark part lowered his head and disappeared. There is no nine-tailed chakra. Is the consciousness of Jiuguan slipping out of the seal, but chakra couldn't break through? Regarding Naruto's situation, ape fury cutting is a little bit confused. However, the nine-tailed chakra is generally a good thing. At least don't worry about nine-tailed breaks out of control. It also shows that the seal is still very stable, and don't worry. And Naruto, the pillar, can also release it with peace of mind. Speaking of Naruto, Spear Siki suddenly remembered something. He turned back to the case in the house. In the drawer under the case, a thin envelope was taken out. I don't know if the words of Mizuki have affected Naruto. It's so easy to die, it's really cheap him. There is also Irika. It really can't help the wall. A small task is not good. Now I can only wipe my butt in myself. While murmuring, the ape flying sun put on a coat. But before leaving, he was hesitant to pinch the thin envelope. After a moment, I returned to the case and took out a small $100 bill from the drawer and stuffed it into the envelope. There are almost 10 shots, plus 10 in the envelope. Finally, I don't have that thin feel. With satisfaction on his face, the ape flying up and picked up the Naruto Doryu out of the door.